come on in and join us.
We're off to the underworld today with a little help from Yulay.
It's a Halloween morning with the Barbershop Duet.
You ever cut yourself shaving and bleed so much your eyes clear up? Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Come meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about one of the new bar soaps over at Sterling, Ember Vale. From the sales page, a bold rush of smoked leather and crisp vetiver bursts forth, evoking the raw strength of Midnight Forge, masculine and unyielding, like the first spark of determination in a warrior's gaze. As the intensity softens, warm amber unfurls with a velvety embrace, mingling with hints of cardamom and pink pepper for a subtle spice that dances like embers in the wind, adding an intriguing edge without overwhelming the senses.
Vanilla's creamy sweetness anchors the composition, blending seamlessly with lingering trails of sandalwood and a whisper of clove, creating a soft, addictive warmth that veils the wearer in refined mystery, intimate yet commanding, perfect for the man who leads with quiet fire. My fire's kind of loud. Sorry.
Full disclosure, this is the one that we have in the shower, and it is thoroughly enjoyable. We vote this comes back in a shave soap and a whole shebang.
I love it when leather is done in a whole new, soft, almost floral way going on in this with some definite heat under the surface. And I love it when Sterling has these annual soap bar sales, $4 for this entire thing. Are you kidding? And for our soap today, Monica at Yulay has taken on an iconic myth and is leading us to the river Styx. Come along with us while we meet this soap. All right, y'all, from the sales page at Yulay.com. Hades, through the eyes of Aslan Smith. Hades was the king of the underworld and god of the dead. He presided over funeral rites and defended the right of the dead to do burial. Hades was also the god of the hidden wealth of the earth, from the fertile soil which nourished the seed grain to the mined wealth of gold, silver, and other metals. This scent is a spicy pomegranate with darker notes of woods and metallic.
This is the story we learned about when we did Persephone from Declaration Grooming last season.
And there are notes of pomegranate in here, which makes it extra inspired. Well, let's see what other mysteries and wonders we can discover when we open the box. Y'all, I gotta tell you, when I saw these labels scrolling by on Facebook the other day, they blew my skirt so far up I can't even see straight. Look at that. Hades and Persephone. And for today's soap, we are starting with the god of the underworld himself, y'all. So crack open your pomegranates and come along for a first impression. All right, you take this in first. I am so excited to be in our Halloween autumnal season for some of these deeper, darker scents.
This is a scary label. Look at that skull action going on. Hoo-wee.
All right, take it in, see what you can. Oh, and show them the Yulay piping, y'all. Monica does not pour her soaps. She pipes them in. All right, take it in, see what you can. Could be anything.
I was just going to say that. I don't even know how I'm going to put this into words. We don't have anything like this. Okay, I do get the pomegranate, but it didn't hit me until I took my nose away from the tub. Like, that was the very end of my whiff. Nice. But I was trying to figure out the darker sides to this because they're pretty, but there's darker, deeper depth going on here. Hold on. Okay, it's kind of funny. We just got a bar soap from Sterling that was dirt. And I remember being so surprised taking a whiff of it because I thought it was going to be darker, deeper, earthier, but it was actually super clean. And that's what's happening with the earthiness in here. Like, it's the prettiest soil I've ever taken a whiff of. I didn't know it could smell this pretty. And I think having the pomegranate, the brightness around it, is really making it even more attractive. Like, I know Hades has kind of got that creepy, earthy kind of thing, but the earthiness here is as dark as it goes. And it takes off and it just gets brighter and cleaner in a way I was not expecting. If blackberry could be like a flower, There's something in here,
Can.
but the petals are like almost so dark blue that they're black. There's something that's kind of like off kilter about them, but they're still making it kind of smell prettier than I was expecting.
Nice.
So you know when you smell like a grape or a blueberry or some kind of thing, and then it kind of goes into the wine size where it gets that little fermenty thing. This is like right before it does the flip into becoming a wine or something. But I feel like there may not even be in here. I didn't look at the scent notes, but I feel like there's something that has like the darkest side of a berry juice that you possibly could have. Maybe that's the pomegranate, but it doesn't have the crisp side of the pomegranate. Right. Some dark happened to it.
I wonder if that's what they mean when they say it smells balsamic.
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting like another darker thing in here. I don't think it's a leather. I don't think it's like a civet or an oudi thing, but it's somebody that's friends with all of them that lives in there. And that's just as creepy as it gets. Then it hits that earthy side, and then it gets to the berry, almost pomegranate, but not kind of a thing. It's still masculine, and I can't figure out how.
Larry's friends with the civet.
I might have figured it out.
What?
I think I remember you read that it was dark and metallic.
Right.
I think it's the metallic side. Maybe like the crown in the picture. There's something metallic about this that I think is adding just a little bit of a masculine edge to this.
Right.
I think that's kind of the cap on how it's becoming more of the Hades side, but it's oddly making it current, which I wasn't expecting.
Not current, like up to date.
Right.
Now, metallics for me can sometimes either go coppery, almost blood-like, or they can kind of go the sense of chrome, a lighter sort of magnesium sort of sense. Which way does it go for you?
I'm going to go the chrome side. I think that's what's following me. And at the end of that part, I get where the pomegranate, the crisp, bright side of that kind of jumps in.
Blue suede and chrome, Vanulay, you know.
But that was the last thing I got. Like, it really took me some digging to find that one. So I don't think that's going to be the first part of your whiff. You're going to get hit by the brighter side that brings you in. Then it kind of takes a little dive into the earthy, kind of more textured side. And then I get the pomegranate finish. But knowing Monica, there could be 10,000 things in here. I have no idea. But those are at least the little chunks I'm getting.
Is it romantic?
Oh, let me see. I would say it's approaching that line because it doesn't quite go to the wine side, but sometimes that kind of Merlot deeper sides to me hints a little more romantic-y stuff. I do feel like I'm curious to see how the second part where Persephone whiffs kind of sticks in with this one because this one has kind of feminine edges on there. Oh. So I'm wondering if that's where they kind of might coexist.
Oh. All right, I want to meet this god of the underworld and take him in for myself. Let's see what we got here. The shaking clam. Oh, it's way fruitier.
Yeah.
Than I thought it would be. It dives into sort of an appley sense. The pomegranate's definitely there, but it's using the pomegranate for like a perfume. There was a pomegranate tree on my grandfather's farm. It was right over where we would have all of our picnics outside, right across the road from where all of the lilac grew. And this has given me a tremendous sense of being there. But y'all look at my face. Hold on. Pomegranates right off the tree, because that was kind of our dessert, are awfully tart in a phenomenally delicious way, but they're tart. They make you do this. This doesn't. The pomegranate in the middle of this is beautiful, light, round, soft, soapy, and romantic. That is not adding a tartness to this. It's adding a welcoming sense to this. It's adding a beauty to it. It's almost the image of her through his eyes. That's what this is. Yeah, it does not go all the way to tart by any stretch of the imagination. It barely dips its toe into tang as far as it goes. And then, a beautiful sugary floral and a musk that is creating the base this is sitting on with those lovely fruits in the middle. And when I dive into the wine sense, I'm getting the grapes on their way to wine. So my parents used to take us up to the wineries in Napa and Sonoma County on the weekends for fun when we were 7. So I know what that smells like because sometimes the sommeliers would take out some wine as it was being fermented and let you smell it and kind of educate your nose and things when you're 7.
But it's funny, I don't even know if that's going to be listed on the set notes, but that's what my brain was putting in there.
100%. And isn't it apropos that something that speaks to a beautiful festival of the gods would have a little bit of a sense of wine in a goblet for y'all? And you know what's lovely? I'm looking for the very bottom of the well here, and I am sensing something a little dark and incensey and maybe smoky.
Okay.
But y'all, you got to go all the way through the orchard to get there. You know, in Fantasia, where the gods are having that big party, I think it's like a harvest festival or something. That's what this smells like. And even in the Disney cartoon, the wine's flowing. Yeah. That's this. All the centaurs wandering around. Y'all. And while this does have a celebratory sense of the gods having a party, it goes super deep and rich within those boundaries, within the clean part of a patchouli, within the fruits, within the balsamic senses is how it goes deep in a way that only gods would be able to pull off. Oh, Monica, this is a special one.
Do you get the earthy part in there?
Yes.
The metallic thing?
Yes, but I think only in the way that I'm walking through my grandfather's farm, grabbing fruits off the trees, not really smelling for the earth I'm standing on. But it's there. Yeah. And even something in the Vanillay base that I think adds a touch of a spiced whiskey.
I'm with you.
Into some of the soaps that's doing a brilliant job with this. And you know, on my first whiff, I probably would have proclaimed this very unisex. But as I get to know it, I'm going back to my original idea that this is her through his eyes. Okay. This has a masculine bend to it. And y'all, I think it's time for us to take our blindfold off and see what these scent notes are. Come along with us. We're going to make a lather. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at Vanillay.com. Oh, strap in for these scent notes. We start with top notes of
pomegranate, juniper, and neroli.
And y'all, if you're wondering how those three go together, boy, do they. The junipers being something cold and breezy in the middle. Yep. The pomegranates being a perfumey kind of sweet, believe it or not. And I love how that neroli is adding a little bit of a powdered sugar orangey sense over the top of all this orange Julius kind of thing.
Well, it's funny because there's something in here that does speak fall to me, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And I think the juniper was really helping take the pomegranate into that different season for me.
And I get to say this for like the 6th time ever. My wife is incredibly smart. Heart notes start with just straight up dirt. Boy, did you call that? I know. You called that right out of the box. Yeah. That's mixing with vetiver. Y'all, this is the floor you're standing on. This is the dirt and then the grass and then a little bit of spice. She's not going to tell us.
But that's where I think that was almost turning it into like a wine thing. Like there's something in there, in that zone, that was just creating like a little off-kilterness from all the fruitiness was getting flipped upside down a little.
And then here's what makes it morning-ish for me. This beautiful amber note, yellow like the rising of the sun over Mount Olympus. How are you getting that?
Yes, and putting that next to the pomegranate, juniper, and neroli side, like the sun is up somehow when we're here. I
am not getting much metallic in this. I'm only getting about as much metallic as I got in blue suede and chrome from Vanillay as well. Just subtle. Y'all, it doesn't have that bitter metallic edge you might be expecting. It's more smooth and cool. More binds with the juniper, I think, than anything else.
And then you did say something smoky. Wood smoke, oak, and patchouli. So that's as dark as it really gets. Maybe throw the dirt in there. But again, that's why we were both saying it has a deep side, but not like dark.
And where did you get this beautiful brush?
This is from AKA Brushworks. I call it my Foxy brush. And this is from Vanillay, my custom honeycomb bowl. The two colors I picked, and she worked her magic.
All right, y'all. I'm just going to place about an almond size of this soap into those ridges of the honeycomb bowl and shoot it with a little bougie water here. But I'm just going to wet the soap, but let most of the water hang out there on the other side of the bowl, because first, I just want to transfer the soap up onto the bristles of my brush.
Then we'll take our dry brush here and start working on getting that soap out of little honeycombs, going one direction and going the other direction. And once it feels like it's not actually getting onto those bristles, I'm going to turn my brush and keep digging in there and going at it again.
Now, this is not an entirely dry brush method, because some of that water that we sprayed on the soap and into the bowl is going to get on the bristles, but hold on. Just enough to transfer the soap, not enough to start making a froth or a foam. We are not fans of frothy, foamy lathers at first round.
Then I'm going to take my brush down to the water and start adding that into the mix here, building our lather. Alrighty, friends. That lather is smelling good.
Wow, and look at that. That is iridescent yogurt if I've ever seen it. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the how many pomegranate seeds did you want with on 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
That changed a little bit.
A little
Less
more
fruity.
balsamic in the right. A little bit more of those earthy spices are coming out in here. Very nice. And y'all, fair warning. While Monica may list 7 or 8 scents in the scent notes, we have it on good authority that occasionally there will be over 200 different aromas in that formula. And y'all, we love watching our luxury shaving hobbyist, especially now that he's on the mend again. And while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, we love seeing how that lather coats and covers his face. And while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, we know you want to see what it looks like when this lather goes and covers a moneymaker. This has just got an old school barbershop feel to me with this lather. I love it.
I love the added touch of the pomegranate, though. It really adds a fun kind of character to this.
And I love that she chose to have it go a little bit more sweet and a little bit less tangy, because sometimes pomegranate can get a little bit bitter to my mouth or my nose. In here, it is absolutely perfect. Almost a fruit punch sense with it, you know what I mean?
But like a masculine adult version, like maybe more sangria fruit punch?
Well, y'all, let's see how far this pomegranate falls from the tree and take this down just a little bit deeper. So I'm pretty sure we only have 2 other soaps in our whole collection with a pomegranate note. And why I think this one might be my favorite is this brings it center stage. It puts it in a costume. It puts it on a set. But you don't have to look for it, y'all. That pomegranate is probably the spine of this scent. And that's what's absolutely inspired. I don't find that anywhere else.
Well, it's interesting because we don't normally smell pomegranates very often. Like sometimes you'll get cranberries, which can be kind of close. But it's interesting when you smell something, you're like, I know this fruit, but I can't figure out how. And that whiff starts so deep with the earthy side, and then it kind of jumps up to more adding the juniper at the send-off. So it's a fun adventure to really get to know pomegranates on the darker to the lighter side.
And the juniper is inspired. Y'all, this might have gotten a little bit too dark without it. It keeps it beautifully clean and gives you that burst of cool of winter coming. You know what I mean? So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be 8-year-old Marcus on his grandfather's farm wanting to try a pomegranate. Well, it's going to be perfectly in season. It's going to come right off the tree. But just about the time you open it up, try to figure out for yourself how you're going to get all those little seeds out. And your mom brings over a big bowl of water. You're going to realize this fruit is way too labor intensive and you're not going to get your own. So, creep over to Yulay.com where you'll find this and lots of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Hades, and you know why I love this? Persephone's there. There are hints of her, the pomegranate's the spine, but they're surrounded by this other character, by the metallics, by the darks, by the smokes. You almost have to look for her in this version. And I love it. It just keeps the storytelling going into your shave. And the base, one of the most creamy protective shaves in the business. Y'all, Monica, thank you for sending these out. We loved them. Hey, welcome to Messages.
So for our October giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Happy Chap Shave.
To make you a happy chap or chapess. And all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to we sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first November episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
I'm kind of sad this is the last review we're shooting today because now I really want to know what Persephone smells like. Are the scent notes similar?
I know they both have pomegranate, but that's all I peeked at so far.
Oh, what an inspired idea.
Right?
To give them both kind of the same spine, but have them go off in very different directions.
So that what you were saying earlier, that would be more of like a masculine look. I'm curious if hers is more her perspective kind of him.
Ooh, we might have to shoot one more today. I think I'm way too curious about this. Monica, thank you so much for being an amazing friend to us since the very beginning of our journey with this show and in this hobby. Your creativity is absolutely unbridled, and anytime we see that a surprise box is coming from Yulay to review for free, we get so excited, we generally shoot it right away.
very
Thank
true.
you so much for sending these out. What a great kickoff to our Halloween month these have been.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell spookier just watching this.